here guys, this is the stuff I've actually been working on. Hey there, my name is Innerman, the creator of the Innerman Arts channel. This is where I document my journey to become a great artist and creator, in order to provide relevant information to any of you that decide to undertake a similar endeavor. I would like to welcome you all back to another episode of Character Art: The Journey to Greatness. And today's topic is all about me learning how to draw anatomy and how I can help you improve your skills at drawing anatomy also. Now, if you enjoyed the video and or learned something from it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss a single episode when it releases. Your decision to do any of those things will be greatly appreciated. Now, without any further ado, let us proceed to today's episode.
First off, for people that say that, oh, your drawings suck, or dude, why are you posting content when you don't even know how to draw? Do not listen to them.
Unfortunately, I've taken some of these discouraging comments to heart, but I'm always trying to take this perspective to heart.
Nobody starts out great when they're starting something for the very first time, and it's up to you in order to keep on pushing forward. Now let's actually get into what I've been up to.
So now here guys, this is the stuff I've actually been working on the past few weeks. So if you've been watching the last few episodes, then you know that I've been working on full skeleton drawings from front view here. I've also been moving on to actually drawing the back view of the skeletons now. It's actually pretty fun, I kind of like it. And people are probably wondering, hey man, why are you spending so much time on skeletons, man? Why don't you draw some actually, like some real figures or something like that? I'm trying to get my foundations right, man. I've heard like a lot from artists. I've heard them saying that they wish that they got their foundations in anatomy, and I don't want to be one of those artists. I really want to nail down the basis of it all. Like, I really want to get good at the foundation so I don't like mess up all the complicated stuff, alright? Alright, so chill. So guys, what I've been doing is I usually allot like 2 hours a day. Depending on your schedule, it may be different. About 2 hours a day of like dedicated drawing. You know, first I practice what I've been learning, which is like the front view of the skeleton, and then I move on to the back view. I try to draw from reference first, and then after like 5 times, and I think I really got it down pat, I can start moving on to drawing from memory. And I just keep on drawing things like this. Like in order to, I'm trying to make sure I see this, in order to make sure that I have it stored in my long-term memory. I'm gonna show you the way I actually go about drawing the back view of the skeleton as of right now. So what I do is I start off with this sort of semicircle shape right here. Then I form the jaw like this. Then we have the chin like that, and boom. Boom! We have this full skull right here. Simplified skull, that is. It's all about figure drawing. I don't want to get into all the details of drawing the full skeleton and everything. Well, I don't want to get into like all the details and like every single little medical detail. I'm not a doctor. I'm trying to learn how to draw some figures here. But anyways, what I like to do is I try to imagine the front view. So I lightly draw in part of the collarbone here. The middle part of the collarbone. I forgot what it's called. And then lightly draw in the rest of the collarbone, like so. And I always try to keep in mind that this part of the collarbone is about these two sides of the collarbone. They're roughly the same width or length, whatever you want to call it, as the head. Alright, so like I said before, I always try to imagine the front view. So I'm gonna lightly draw in the sternum right here also. Remember, we're drawing the back view. So lightly draw in the sternum. Okay, and now the rest of the spine is about about the same size as this portion right here. So the neck and sternum. So I'm gonna draw a line right here. And then we're gonna draw a line right here. So now we got the spine, and then using that imagination technique, draw in part of the rib cage like so, about halfway across the clavicle. Then do the same thing for the other side. Okay, now we're gonna draw in like a rough shape for the rib cage. We're just gonna draw a male figure. So we're gonna draw a line right here and draw a line right there. We're gonna draw in the rib cage. And the rib cage from the back view is sort of like this shape, I've learned. There we go. And keep in mind, if I were drawing a female rib cage, it'd be a whole lot thinner than this. So now that we have that, we can draw in the back of the, well, we can draw in the shoulder blades now. If you watched last week's video, then you remember that the shoulder blades are kind of like a shark fin. So you want to draw a line down, like right in between this part of the rib cage right here, and then draw a line out like so. Then draw a curve up, and then like that. Then I don't know what this part of the rib cage, or not the rib cage, my bad. This part of the shoulder blade is called, but you have to draw it like this. All right, then you complete this shoulder blade by drawing a curved line from right here and just making like a semicircle at the top like that. Then you just do the same thing for the other side. Okay, so whatever these things are called, I forget. I may have to look it up. I'm not a doctor, remember? They connect to the clavicle, which is medical term for collarbone. For all you health science majors or biomedical majors or whatever, you probably already know this, and I'm just a noob, so just bear with me. All right, so now we have that drawn in, we can erase the sternum because they were just serving as a guideline about where to actually put these things, as well as that part of the collarbone as well. Then we can erase this part of the collarbone because this is, again, from the front view, and this is the back view. So basically the rib cage is blocking our view of that part of the collarbone. So we only see these two sides. And they connect to these parts of the shoulder blades and they wrap around to the front of the body. It's really exciting, guys. I've actually learned a lot of stuff in regards to anatomy over the past few weeks. It's actually pretty interesting. Okay, so now, this is actually a new part that I've learned. What we want to do here is I do apologize, guys. I ran out of memory on my SD card, and I didn't even notice it. And I got to drawing the pelvis, so I had to start over. So, anyways, we want to draw the sacrum now that we have the spine, the rib cage, the shoulder blades, parts of the clavicle. We're gonna draw in the sacrum now. In the sacrum, you want to draw like a little W. I'll zoom in so you can see it. You're gonna draw a little W inside the spine right here. We're gonna make like sort of like a goldfish. Okay, so once you made this type of shape right here, you're gonna come down and make like a circular type of shape, like so. Actually looks more like a, well, it does kind of look like a goldfish. I was gonna say a lollipop. Now, after this part, after you're drawing the sacrum, what you want to do is you want to draw in the tailbone, which is a shape like this. So it's a small shape like this. All right, and the sacrum has some holes in it. I typically draw like about 8 holes. Don't have to be precise or anything like that. Okay, so right about here on the sacrum, we're gonna draw a curve up. This is a male. We're gonna draw a male pelvis here. We're gonna make like an ear type of shape. We're gonna draw upwards and curve down. And right about here where the tailbone ends, we're gonna stop. We're gonna drop down like so and curve up to the tailbone. Looks like a butterfly. Then this part of the pelvis we're gonna bring down so it actually covers this small section of the sacrum. Then we're gonna drop down again, make a curve like this and meet at the tailbone. Then you just do the same thing for the other side. Okay, so there we have the pelvis drawn in, and it's a little bit off I can tell. And actually, yeah, I'm gonna critique this a bit here. The skull is a bit too big. It looks like Megamind. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually make this a bit smaller. So maybe like about this size should do. Okay, so now this is gonna look like a normal person, not like freaking Jimmy Neutron. There we go, that's a whole lot better, I love that. Okay, so since this is a back view, we have to keep in mind that the skull is like this at the back. And then the neck goes past the chin, so we're gonna erase that part and connect the spine up right here. So now it actually looks like the skeleton is facing the opposite direction. So I hope you guys actually learned something from this. This is like what I can draw from the back view so far. And what I really recommend that you do is try to find some references online. They can be really helpful sometimes. And don't forget to check out the previous video so you can draw like the full skeleton from the front view.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's episode of Character Art: The Journey to Greatness. Feel free to check out the previous episodes of the series as well as the baseline series. Also, don't forget to check us out on social platforms shown here. All the links can be found in the description below. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Innerman from Innerman Arts, signing off.